Imagine a man whose name has become synonymous with wealth, power, and charity. A man who started with almost nothing and went on to build one of the largest business empires the world has ever seen. That man is John D. Rockefeller. Today, we're going to explore the incredible life of the oil magnate, his rise to becoming the richest person in modern history, and his lasting impact on the world. Humble beginnings. John Davison Rockefeller was born on July 8, 1839, in Richford, New York, into a modest family. His father, William Avery Rockefeller, was a traveling salesman, often absent from home, while his mother, Eliza Davison, was a devout Baptist who raised John and his siblings with strict discipline. From a young age, Rockefeller learned the importance of hard work, thrift, and discipline, values that would guide him throughout his life. Though the family struggled financially, John's entrepreneurial spirit blossomed early. At 12, he was already lending small amounts of money to neighbors, charging interest, and keeping detailed records of his transactions. By 16, he had completed a brief business course and found his first job as an assistant bookkeeper. Earning just 50 cents a day, Rockefeller quickly learned the intricacies of accounting, which later proved invaluable in his business ventures. The move to Cleveland. At 18, Rockefeller moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where he formed a business partnership with Morris Clark, opening a produce commission firm. While the company was modest, Rockefeller demonstrated his skill in managing finances and negotiating deals. His growing interest in the oil industry, which was just starting to take off in the mid-19th century, led him to explore the possibility of entering the business. By 1863, the first major step toward building his fortune came when Rockefeller and his partners invested in an oil refinery in Cleveland. With a deep understanding of business, Rockefeller focused on efficiency and reducing waste. He quickly recognized that controlling the entire process, from extraction to refining to distribution, was key to maximizing profits. The birth of Standard Oil. Rockefeller's big break came in 1870 when he co-founded Standard Oil Company with his brother William and a few associates. From the very beginning, Rockefeller had a clear vision to dominate the oil industry through innovation, efficiency, and ruthless business tactics. He focused on cutting costs, securing favorable railroad rates, and eliminating waste, principles that allowed Standard Oil to quickly outcompete its rivals. Standard Oil rapidly grew into a massive corporation, controlling a majority of the oil refineries in the United States. Rockefeller's genius lay in his ability to reinvest profits into expanding his empire, acquiring smaller refineries and integrating every aspect of the oil business. By the 1880s, Standard Oil had effectively created a monopoly, controlling nearly 90% of the U.S. oil industry. Ruthless tactics. While Rockefeller was admired for his business acumen, his methods were not without controversy. To build his empire, Rockefeller used aggressive tactics to eliminate competition. He would secretly negotiate with railroads to secure discounted rates for shipping his oil, a practice known as rebates, which allowed him to undercut competitors. He also engaged in predatory pricing, selling oil at a loss in certain markets to drive smaller companies out of business, only to raise prices later when they were gone. These tactics earned Rockefeller a reputation as a ruthless businessman, and Standard Oil faced increasing scrutiny. In 1911, after years of legal battles, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Standard Oil had violated antitrust laws and ordered the company to be broken up into 34 smaller companies. Ironically, the breakup only made Rockefeller richer, as he held significant shares in all of the new companies, many of which, like ExxonMobil and Chevron, went on to become giants in their own right. The world's first billionaire. At the height of his power, Rockefeller became the world's first billionaire, a milestone that is almost incomprehensible by today's standards. Adjusted for inflation, his fortune is estimated to have reached over $400 billion, making him the richest individual in modern history. But what set Rockefeller apart was not just the sheer size of his wealth, but his meticulous control over his finances. He was known for his frugality and careful record-keeping, traits he maintained even as he accumulated more wealth than any one person could possibly spend. He once said, "The ability to deal with people is as consumable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun." Philanthropy. While Rockefeller was often criticized for his ruthless business practices, he was equally famous for his generosity. In the later years of his life, he turned his attention to philanthropy, believing it was his duty to use his immense wealth for the benefit of society. Over his lifetime, he gave away more than $500 million to various causes, an extraordinary sum at the time. Rockefeller's philanthropic efforts were focused on education, science, and public health. He founded the University of Chicago in 1890, transforming it into one of the world's leading institutions of higher learning. He also established the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research, now Rockefeller University, which made significant contributions to medical science, including research on diseases like yellow fever and tuberculosis. In 1913, he created the Rockefeller Foundation, which aimed to promote the well-being of mankind throughout the world. The foundation played a pivotal role in funding scientific research, education, and efforts to eradicate diseases in developing countries. To this day, the Rockefeller Foundation remains one of the most influential philanthropic organizations in the world. Personal life and values. Behind the immense wealth and public persona, John D. Rockefeller was a man of deep faith and strict personal values. He was a devout Baptist, attending church regularly and adhering to a simple, disciplined lifestyle. Despite his fortune, Rockefeller was known for his modesty and avoided the ostentatious displays of wealth that characterized many of his contemporaries. Family was central to Rockefeller's life. He married Laura Spelman in 1864, and the couple had 5 children together. Despite his busy business schedule, Rockefeller remained a devoted husband and father, often retreating to his home in Pocantico Hills, New York, to spend time with his family. Rockefeller's disciplined approach to life extended to his health as well. He believed in moderation, exercise, and a balanced diet, which likely contributed to his longevity. He lived to the age of 97, a remarkable feat at a time when life expectancy was much lower. The legacy of John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller's legacy is a complex one. On the one hand, he revolutionized the oil industry, laying the foundation for the modern corporate economy. His business practices, while controversial, helped standardize the production and distribution of oil, making it affordable and accessible to millions of people. On the other hand, his ruthless methods and near-total control of the oil industry sparked debates about the concentration of wealth and corporate power, issues that remain relevant today. The antitrust movement that ultimately led to the breakup of Standard Oil was a key moment in American history, shaping the legal framework for regulating monopolies and promoting competition. Beyond business, Rockefeller's philanthropic contributions have had a lasting impact on education, science, and public health. The institutions he founded, such as the University of Chicago and Rockefeller University, continue to shape the world today, and his approach to philanthropy set a standard for future generations of wealthy individuals. John D. Rockefeller's life is a testament to the power of vision, hard work, and determination. From his humble beginnings to becoming the wealthiest man in history, Rockefeller's journey was shaped by his relentless pursuit of success. But his legacy is more than just one of wealth. It's a story of innovation, controversy, and a commitment to giving back. Whether you see him as a ruthless tycoon or a visionary philanthropist, there's no denying the profound impact Rockefeller had on the world. His life continues to inspire and challenge us, reminding us of the power of ambition and the complexities of great wealth and influence.